even have their own children, but then they still instill that evilness in people.
You go back to that evil again.
That'll make you look at somebody that is all placed like that, so that is very and carry knife or candle wax or but you mean we've seen cases now. Some people will carry the hand of the child and put on top of hot plates. Those kind of things evil. I don't think a normal woman being. Their punishment should be before taking them to the prison or whatever. They should do that same thing to them. Honestly, that same thing they should do it to them. Put down the fire so that they can experience that same pain and then go to the prison to experience the prison. Because anything that'll make you look at a small child like that, I won't say maybe to me it's just evilness. I will not say background. That people that just have that total so evil.
Yes, sorry, thank you. I think that on the part of the government too, when such cases are brought to the attention of the government,
no cases
of course not all rehabilitation or counseling works, but the one that can be
don't you feel like parents they should observe their home? You have a maid in your house, you're not checking what your maid is doing to your children. So it is high time for, don't just feel like you are a career woman, you are an entrepreneur, you just feel like go to your own place of work, come back, leave your children for your maid, just cook or try to check
of violence and immorality in society. Before my advice to our listeners, to our parents listeners, my advice is that before you take up any maid, do a thorough background check. Don't just pick up a maid that you don't know. If at all you want to pick up a maid that is maybe within your family tree.
I don't agree with that though. Even your family said they
but so that's why I said do a background check. And if you can't at all, for the sake and the sanity of your children.
What about your sister? You feel your sister should come and live with you and take you
to rest,
this kind of thing. So I just feel like if you want to have a maid, there should be boundaries. Give terms and conditions.
But how can you monitor that boundary if you are?
It can be a CCTV camera and a CCTV camera, and you can monitor it when you are even in your office. You can monitor your own. The technology has expanded to that.
Yeah, because there was one video I saw. I think it was last month. The maid was pooing in the kitchen.
Was pooing?
Yeah, was pooed in the kitchen.
Okay.
Pooed in the kitchen. Defecates, in the kitchen. And I'm like, is this the maid that you said you hired? So I think that's why I said that if at all you want to take any maid, be very, very careful. You must be extra vigilant, because not all maids have a good spirit. If you know what I'm saying.
Yes.
Yeah, not all maids have a good spirit. There are some maids, if you leave your children to them, your children become tyrants at home.
Yes.
Your children become uncontrollable just because just because you want to be successful in your career. Your children are more important than your career. You understand? Despite the fact that yes, you need to make money to take care of your children, but you must be extra vigilant. You must be able to balance it.
Yes.
Taking care of your children, working or abandoning your children, and focusing on your career.
Okay. No, I don't even know, because I just feel like is evilness, and I pray everybody should give that. I'm just short of words with it, because serious, I don't know how people feel like, or some people feel like causing harm to another person, talking about a teenager, a small child. And I just hope that we can always have that humanity in us to just do right, whether or not the person is your child. Just always do right. Treat someone else's child like it's your own, because if you feel like, oh, this particular child doesn't have a family, doesn't have anyone to report to, then you just do the child anyhow. That's and there are people that they pick up children from orphanage or the village, and then they treat them like their own. I've seen people like that online, and just try and emulate those kind of people, and the blessings of God will be upon you.
And we should also remember to talk about discipline and abuse. Parents should understand the difference between discipline and abuse. So if you want to discipline your child, know how to communicate. You can actually tell them discipline with love. You can actually tell them probably they watch cartoon all the time. Stop them from watching it for a while. Like, I want to put, because you did this, I am punishing you for doing this. So there are things that they love most. Stop them from doing it. You can punish through that than abusing your child using cane.
You think our generation, they still rely on those beating methods? I feel like it's our parents' generation.
They still do it to like our producer. Like it's depend on your upbringing, yes, and your mentality, the way you think. So that is just it. So there are still some people, even in this Gen Z world, there are still some people. There still is for you. There still is even that when I actually stayed at Isolo when I was in my ND program. There is one woman. She has a son, her first child. He's 28 years old back then. 28. This woman would do like this. You can be tall. I will beat you. I should feel like this is 28 years old and you are still beating a 28 years old. You're like, no, you are not married though. I will beat you in your wife's house. Like doing that kind of thing. So I think we are in this gen, so we should start stopping controlling our parents. There are some do and don'ts. That's then. So now come back to this generation, I beg.
All right, so we'll be talking about husband, wife, and I think that will bring us to the last topic of discussion. So this particular pastor was talking about couple living together, staying apart if it's possible, and she said it's not possible. It's not right because men naturally want to have congenital meet and greet, so she's not really in support of that. So we talk about like as married couples living together, if it's something that is possible, the pros, the cons, is it feasible, is gonna be like a little bit of trust issue, or you feel like there's security and those kind of things. So should we do that now? Break first.
No, let's do that.
All right, so we will start from the aspect of as couples, right? If something happens at some time, that is when you say that okay, my husband is working in a particular oil and gas company, and me, I'm working in another company, and my own kind of company is where I can be transferred to. Maybe while living in Lagos, I got transferred to Abuja, and okay, you get transferred, okay, don't worry, you can go to Abuja, I'll stay in Lagos with my own business, right? Those kind of things occur. So do you think that there should be limits to how, as a husband, as a wife, you just carry your bag and say, I've been transferred, or you carry your bag and go to where they transferred you to, or if you stay together through it all, whether you even resign safe and look for another job because you cannot leave your wife vicinity or your husband vicinity. So who is going to start with that? Okay.
You can only happen staying apart. Now couples staying apart because of maybe the husband got a job outside the state or outside the country. I think that can only happen then because now things have changed. You see a lot of, like what that lady preacher said, you see a lot of young girls these days, they want to take over the home. So I don't subscribe to couples staying apart. I don't subscribe.
Even if it's job related,
if it is job related, then if you have settled in that job, maybe max 2 months, because in the first month you receive salary now.
I don't think it's always 2 months.
No, I'm sorry. So I think it is not advisable for couples to live apart, even if it is job. At least you can stay apart for like 3 months, but not too long, because like what that woman said, men fall into temptation every now and then, and it depends on the man that you married. If because ladies, wife, you ought to be sensitive about. You're supposed to know your husband. You're supposed to know if your husband can cope staying in the house. If your husband can cope, if you're supposed to know if your husband can cope without you for a certain period of days, and you shouldn't allow that, because I think that's because the Bible says that don't give room to the devil, and it also says that it is where the devil enters. I'm just paraphrasing. The devil enters immediately he sees a tree.
But don't you think that's where self-control should come in place?
there's nothing like self-control when it comes to marriage. Yes, you can have self-control, but there's a limit at which you can control yourself. You cannot tell me that you have self-control for 6 months and you've not touched a woman, you've not touched your wife.
So your own period, your own.
No, don't generalize me.
No, you said that for long. You said 3 months.
Yeah, 3 months. At least allow the man to settle at that new office, at that new job location. Allow, if he has settled for at least 3 months, the woman can now come over. But it's not advisable this age for couples to live apart. No, I don't subscribe to that.
But then you said this day and age, now most people be like, I cannot leave my job because of a man. Do you understand? You said no, the man should settle down for 3 months and then she will come. She's leaving her own job and going to meet the husband.
The man is not advisable because of the man has a job elsewhere and the couple should now be living apart. No, it's not advisable. I don't know if you get me.
So you're subscribing to the fact that none of it should happen at all.
None of it should happen.
Even if it's 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, it should not happen at all.
None of it should happen. If the woman has a job elsewhere, there should be an arrangement whereby it is either the man abandons that job he is doing and move to the wife, or the wife forget about that new job that will take her away from, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
From the woman. So I think they should, the two couples should sit down and discuss. One has to shift ground. Sacrifice has to come in when it comes to that.
What about long distance relationship? Probably I met him on TikTok, on IG.
It is off for me.
Is marriage you're talking about?
No, even that. It is off for me. Long distance relationship is off for me. I'll give you an example. While I was doing my youth service in the north, I met this lady. She was also serving, but the mistake was that she came in before our batch. She was in batch A, then I was in batch B, and along the line towards the tail end of her service, we shall click somehow. Okay, now when we clicked, things were, I think it was 2 months or 3 months to the end of her service, and we clicked. But when we clicked, she left. Okay. And I was kind of afraid that see this girl, she's leaving, I might lose her, and that was the end of the relationship. So I don't subscribe to long distance relationship. Yeah, because I've experienced it and it never worked for me. I would love to see somebody that I'm dating that I'll be physically. Physically, because I think that for me is
but there are some people, this long distance of a thing, and even you talked about marriage, that probably they transferred the husband to another place. Actually, if there is trust and you know before, as you say, this is coming back to cutting. You know your husband very well. You know you spent more time together. You know he's doing. You know. You can actually. I'm not talking about me. I'm just giving my own opinion.
If you couldn't try it,
greener pasture for you people now.
Don't try it.
Because that is where the man maybe say, you can don't go to America or somewhere first to go and hustle, and then you come and join later.
Hey, I don't subscribe to that.
So if you're the one that got the opportunity abroad,
if I'm the one that got the opportunity abroad, that's why I said you settle down first. Then once you've stabilized, then you cannot bring. But
stabilize is giving like maybe 6 months to 1 year.
It can never be 6 months to 1 year. I don't subscribe to that.
How about if life happens and it takes time like that?
It can't. It can't. It can't. Your marriage should come first. Outside, your marriage should be number one.
But then, like what Nasime said, you cannot be in a marriage and be happy when you don't have financial stability. So if you are struggling and then you find opportunity outside, will you say you want to now sacrifice that because you want to stay with your wife?
You can actually, anywhere is relocating to or be transferred into, if it is for a short period of time, like Mr. Kenneth said, like 3 months or 6 months, you can actually, let me just 3 months or 6 months, you can actually tell your spouse to come over. Probably you just get an apartment for that minimum time, okay, because I know you are clingy. You can't stay without me.
You must plan for her to come over.
But even though you have children, just make sure constantly you guys are communicating all the time. When you communicate in the morning, probably is busy before going to work, is in the morning, communicate at night, when he's going for break, he should message you constantly. So those kind of things will keep the bond together. Will make sure, like, yes, he's still with me.
Yes, so trust is there, but don't take that trust as a way that I trust my man, he will not misbehave. Don't try that in your marriage.
But I feel there are people that have actually sustained their relationship with that too. Like they've stayed for, because I've seen some videos, someone might say, my husband is coming after 7 years.
Out of 10, I doubt if you find 3 or 5 that has. You understand?
The woman said after 7 years, our husband is coming back to Nigeria. Commented on like, this night go, the best.
7 years. Don't trust. No. Don't take trust because of that.
But then that's the whole point of trusting someone now.
Buki, you never understand.
Honestly, because I feel like self-control, this is where it comes in place.
You see that self-control out of it, because when you know your man cannot.
No, self-control is needed.
No, self-control is needed, but there are some man that cannot do without it.
There's some period in a man's life that
just imagine.
You feel like those people that stay for dead like 7 years, you think that
they are doing something that don't believe that.
7 years.
Yeah.
Okay, let me tell you something. Don't
believe that.
You know that. I met a man. It has been a long time, Sha. We met physically. He stays at Delta. I know the travel. I don't like anything traveling. I don't like it. He said at Delta. I was like, maybe because I didn't have sense then. I was like, God.
You go meet her?
No, go meet her there. Those times, bandits never had like this. So he's staying at Delta. I was like, okay, he should be coming to Lagos. He said, okay, that I should come to Delta. Hey, we spent like 2 years relationship. We haven't seen each other. Do you believe this man, he impregnated within that two years?
Yes.
He's married. He did wedding. He got the lady pregnant.
And you're not aware of it?
And I was not aware.
What about, were you not communicating?
We were communicating back to back. Back to back, we were communicating. The last time he came to my hostel. It was like, okay, I just wanted something like, you see, I have this spirit when you are iconic kind of person.
Where all is not well.
I would know. So when I just was like, something is not fine. I started giving attitude. I said you should be going that I'm not in my right state of mind. It was like, what's wrong? Then I started asking him a question. I was like, you are married? He said, why would you say I'm married? Before he responded, he took his time. Probably I've done my research or so when we start relationship, if you know that you cannot and you don't go into it, hey, you cannot go to Delta and be calling. Hey,
don't dabble into it. And you people always say trust. The only person you can not that trust is not vital when it comes to long distance relationship. Not that trust is not vital, but don't gamble with trust, because like they say, change is a constant thing. Don't gamble, don't trust somebody that you are not married to.
Don't trust somebody you are not married to.
Don't there's a way I want to put it. As long as you are apart, don't trust that person.
Then what will keep the bond together?
As long as you are apart, don't trust that person. I don't know how to explain it, but like you say, a word is enough for the wise.
But now I feel like since we have the technology thing, you can easily be on video call with your partner from morning till 9.
Like seriously,
so do you know you can actually be on video call with your partner is just cheating?
Ow.
So why do you think some family will feel like you are staying with me 247, how did you impregnate another woman? So see, just have it at the back of your mind that men, they are polygamous in nature. So don't when they fuck you up, they do sorry for using that word. When they do some when they mess you up, just accept it like it is life.
It's life.
Huh? Or that is it is life. Wait, prepare your mind for the worst time.
No, I'm not preparing anything.
You have to.
Don't feed them with ideas.
No, I'm serious.
No, don't feed them with.
But Bookie, that's the reality.
It's not like
you have to prepare your mind.
I'm not preparing anything.
And these are the things that help for marriage.
No, I'm not preparing anything. Now Ibuku was saying that if her husband have another wife, that she will not fight with the wife, that she will stay with her husband regardless.
Why would you fight with another woman? That a woman she came into your marriage?
He said the man is dating someone else. The person you're dating.
Okay, he's dating someone else.
The answer, you will not leave the man.
Why would I leave my man for somebody, for my own gender?
That she will stay there even if the woman that she does not.
Better I would ask a better question.
I beg me.
No, why would I leave my own marriage that I've built for long? It is high time for women should start having this.
Choose yourself first, mama.
Choose yourself first.
Yes, choose yourself first.
You have to prepare your mind ahead.
No, don't say that. Choose yourself first. Someone brought man on top of your head and you want to still stay there on top while you be fighting.
Then if you are leaving that marriage to get married to another person,
I don't have to. Not me. The person doesn't have to get married to another person.
So she has to stay single.
She can even get married to somebody else. And
the person is doing the same thing.
And she will go.
No, you don't have to do that.
Man is not the prize.
No, you don't have to do that. You don't have to do that. If a woman is coming to your home to destroy your home, you have to communicate with your man. Why did you choose? Why did you choose her over me? Go for it. Ask some reasonable question. You have to communicate. There's some necessary questions.
On
when your man notice you did not react, see, that's another plus one respect. See, should I tell you that there was I learned something from I used to say date older man, someone that is old enough, that's not your age range. Should I say that person told me that I was cheating on my wife? Should I tell you how my wife communicated to me? She took my phone in the midnight when I was snoring. She picked the person's number. She now called that he was going to the other girlfriend's place. Yeah. She now called the girlfriend, the person the husband was cheating on. She called her and told her, I am coming. I know my husband is coming to place this morning. But before you get there, I will pour acid on you. And don't worry, just tell him I'm coming to pour acid on you. And she acted that nothing was wrong.
That's the girl?
The girl. Okay. So the husband, the girl now called the husband. Then the lady now said, your wife called me and said she's going to pour acid on me. The husband don't know what to do. The wife cooked the husband best meal. That same day is going out. There's a better way you communicate. So it was the one kneeling down and telling her, this is what I did. There's some better way to handle situations in your own than destroying it yourself. If you are bringing you are
destroying the person that is does not know that is destroying by cheating.
See, that's what I said prepare your mind.
I'm not preparing anything.
If you're not preparing your mind, you just keep doing. You have to.
That's the bad thing now. I don't prepare my mind for the bad thing.
This is a kind of sacrifice in marriage.
No. As in you have to prepare for the worst.
What's the worst? So you taste sweetness forever in marriage.
I will taste it in Jesus' name.
No, you taste sweetness.
I've tasted it, don't have tenure. So I will taste sweetness.
Did not
I will taste sweetness in my life forever. If I want to taste anything, like maybe normally we always have issues, but not you bringing another person to my house and saying I'm not staying there.
Not to your house. No. That is what.
There's something that we need to understand in life. There's something we need to understand in life that yes, we have made up our mind that our marriage will be smooth. We have made up our mind that irrespective of what we go on, that we still enjoy our marriage. But there are some days in life that you have to prepare your mind.
Are you talking about bringing woman to your own home?
I don't care. You are cheating. Whether you're
No.
or you're doing it outside.
You can't overstep your boundaries to bring another woman to my own home.
Even if you should not bring, even if you did not bring.
See, if you are doing it out, if you are doing it outside, it is a mile away. You don't just let me smell it.
Now,
don't
do you know?
No, I'm not saying it. I'm not saying it is here. You get it.
Wait.
Why would I say this kind of things?
Do you know that there are some attitude that you can put up to a man, and the man will that attitude will irritate that man? Do you know there are some behavior, there are some attitude that a lady or a wife sometimes will put up, and the man will say, I made a mistake in marrying this lady. Do you know that there are some attitude?
Any man that will say you tell your wife should know that thing that you don't like.
Don't be so sure about yourself that you be 100%.
Nobody's perfect, though.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
nobody's perfect.
But the way you say that it will never happen, you can never predict it.
Don't.
I know. I'm not.
It's because I have different perspective of marriage story. From this angle, from that angle, from this angle, from that angle. So it is like I have experience. I am not married, but I have different people surrounding me that are married.
I also have people that are married that are surrounding.
No, do you understand? That is why I said learn from people's marriage.
Yeah, on that living spouse not staying apart. Let me take some comment. So now this is a comment we're listing. Are women created just for sex, and why? And any man thinking about it every minute is jobless. The only thing a man should be thinking about like that is how to make money or to make more money. Now this is another comment. Telling her this woman and you have children. I don't understand this. Not thinking of breaking up is high. Ask pastor that have divorced each other. Let me take example. This famous pastor, I don't want to mention his name. Okay, Pastor Anita. But according to some sayings that maybe Pastor Anita was feeling lonely or so, because you are a pastor. Despite the fact that you're a pastor, telling your wife to, because as at that time the wife was in charge of the church in Canada.
Okay.
And he is in Nigeria. Okay, so this what this person that commented was trying to say, that no matter how old you are, if you live apart as a couple, the chances of breaking up is high. Ask pastor that have divorced each other. So it is like a gamble. That's why I said that trust should not be 100%. Don't 100% trust your partner. Do everything possible to save your marriage. And that idea of do you know how many ladies come for counseling? Do you know how many ladies come for counseling? Do you know how many ladies your pastor will pass through when preaching? So these are the things. Also, another comment here. This person says, this is Hughes. He says, marry someone you can open and check the phone church standard. Feminists and Twitter plus TikTok influencers. If you want happy home, don't open your husband's phone. Choose your mentor, know where to learn and have happy home.
If you want to have don't check it. That's true.
Now this is asking a question. He says, Pastor Ma, that consistent thinking of wanting sex doesn't apply to UK men. This one is in UK. Another comment that says, these are the issues women know their husband too well and then relate it to every other man. A lot of us are thinking of conquering the world, not slamming your cheeks every man. So I think the moral of this discussion is don't gamble trust. But
what the woman or the pastor?
Yeah.
She was talking about how, as a man, she said men don't know how to keep themselves without doing genital meet and greet for so long. Yeah. And then that brings me to the talk of there are cases where, as a woman, you're married. There are cases where medically it's advised that you abstain for a while from that because of maybe you're just recovering from CS or any kind of medical thing.
Okay.
So maybe it's like 3 to 6 months. So during that period, you are together, but then you cannot have.
Of course, of
And
course.
some men
Still want to.
yes, and they go
And
out.
they go out.
What do you say about that particular case? Because now they're living together.
Yes, I think if you are if your wife is pregnant, and of course there will be even. I'm a perfect example. I think